Well, everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 15 Pro Max and compare it against the iPhone 14 and see which particular iPhone is the better one for you. Now, I will definitely tell you, buying any of the iPhone 15s is probably going to be the better way to go, but the 14 still has a lot of quality, and I still think that's a very, very decent device as well. So, if you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there, and you can help support the channel at the same time. Now, starting off with the outside, the iPhone 14 originally came out in 2022, so just last year, and it was a very good phone. Apple's still selling this phone as well. 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display on the front of it, and it's a pretty good looking display. It's definitely not terrible. It's a very fine display. A little bit of bezel around it, but nothing super crazy. You're getting the notch up top as well, which can be kind of annoying for some people, especially when compared to the Dynamic Island iPhones. But I still think Apple did a pretty decent job with this particular phone, and I still think it holds up very, very well from the outside. On the 15 Pro Max, on the other hand, you are actually getting a much bigger 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So a much bigger display. It's much noticeably bigger. It's not just a small difference, but it's a ProMotion display with 120 Hz, and it's an always-on display. So you are getting a little bit more quality capability on the 15 Pro Max's display. I think the 14 is still nice, but the 15 Pro Max definitely wins here. On the bottom, USB-C port on the 15 Pro Max, Lightning port on the iPhone 14. That's another pretty big advantage for a device like the iPhone 15 Pro Max, that you have that type of capability right there, which is really cool. On the back, you're getting that, standard glass back on the 14. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has that frosted glass back, which is another really big advantage. Having that frosted glass back is a very cool feature, and once again, that right there is going to be another big advantage for buying something like the 15 Pro Max. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is a really cool feature. Triple camera setup on the 15 Pro Max, dual camera setup on the iPhone 14, wireless charging on both, MagSafe capability on both, IP certification on both. I will say though, the color selections of the iPhone 14 seem better to me than the iPhone 15 Pro Max. They're both still very good, but the 14 definitely has more colors and better colors in my opinion that you can choose from over the 15 Pro Max. So that kind of covers it up on the outside. Camera-wise, you're getting just a better camera setup on the 15 Pro Max for sure. You're getting a wide and ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 14, whereas on the 15 Pro Max, you're getting that wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lens as well. That's a pretty big advantage for a device like the iPhone 15 Pro Max. They both can do 4K at 60 on the front and the back, but the big difference comes in the zooming capability. We now have like 5x zoom or 5 times zoom on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 14, you only have like 1x zoom that can go up to like 5x. So you're getting like 25x over like 5x on the iPhone 14. You're getting 5 times more zooming capability on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is massive. So overall, the iPhone 15 Pro Max is definitely giving you a much better experience in the camera quality. Software-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max should be lasting longer than the 14, but the iPhone 14 is still going to be lasting for quite a bit of time as well. So you're not really going to be noticing like you have a much longer lasting phone right now, but in the next like 5 years, that's when you're going to notice where the iPhone 14s are no longer getting software support. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is probably still supported with software. So just like another like somewhat minor thing to kind of keep in mind there as well. Performance-wise, to be honest, the iPhone 14's performance is still pretty good. It has the Apple A15 Bionic chip with 6 GB of RAM, where the iPhone 15 Pro Max has that Apple A17 Pro chip inside with 8 GB of RAM. In my personal opinion, I think the iPhone 14's performance is still pretty good for what you're getting. I think pretty much everything you're going to throw at that phone is still going to be giving you a very good experience. From everything that I've personally done, it's been a fairly solid device that I've been able to kind of mess with. I think the 15 Pro Max is still very, it's much better for sure. With the 15 Pro Max, you're getting more RAM and a better chipset. That is those are the ingredients for a much better experience on a device. So that's like another thing to keep in mind. We all know the 15 Pro Max is going to be a faster phone, but I think the 14 is still very, very good as well. The 15 Pro Max is also going to be giving you much better battery life. That's probably like another big thing to keep in mind too. But overall, you are getting a bigger phone on the 15 Pro Max, and some people may not be comfortable with that. So personally for me, I like the iPhone 14 because of its size. If you like a smaller size iPhone and you kind of want to get one for a cheaper value, especially in the used market, I think the iPhone 14 probably would be the one I'd recommend a majority of people to buy. But I think that 15 Pro Max is the one that has more features. If you're comfortable with that size, then it kind of makes sense to just go up to that device, because that is the best iPhone you can pretty much buy as of this point. So that pretty much covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.